Nul.
Afstand.
Yes, good morning everybody. Welcome back to our live stream. We are very happy that you join us again. We are between the beautiful flowers. Inside we have the narcissus, the muscari, amaryllis. But of course now the flowers also are blooming beautifully outside in the field. Here I introduce Katja.
Доброе утро всем! Мы все очень рады вас приветствовать на нашем еженедельном ток-шоу цветов Ян Дэвид. Присоединяйтесь к нам, делитесь этим эфиром, будет очень интересно. Сегодня в нашей программе нарциссы, огромное количество сортов, амариллисы, гиацинты и, конечно же, мускари, так как эти все продукты есть в нашем ассортименте.
Yeah, and before we go on, Hans is our new video man and you can just show around or zoom in. We talk a little bit, we explain about the general situation. Like we just said, the flowers, the narcissus are flowering in the field. The tulip starts flowering in the field. And here we show you our varieties. But in Holland it is very cold again. Or basically it's still very cold. The nature is about 1 week behind normal. And that is not so special because in the early season we can have the changes.
Также перед тем, как мы начнем показывать амариллисы, нарциссы, гиацинты, мускари, мы хотели бы сказать несколько слов о погоде в Нидерландах, о том, как выглядят поля тюльпанов, так как тюльпаны сегодня не представлены на нашем шоу. Погода в этом году немножко другая, все отстает в развитии на 1 неделю, то есть на 1 неделю опаздывает. Во время, если мы берем вкратце, да, по состоянию роста тюльпанов, ситуации на рынке в апреле, то сделаем небольшой обзор. Во время посадки осенью погода была вполне нормальной, в декабре и январе было слишком много осадков, в феврале была очень суровая и холодная зима в течение 2 недель. В марте была опять-таки нормальная погода, но в апреле было очень холодно, начиная с начала апреля была очень холодная погода и сильные ночные заморозки. Были сильные грады и ледяные дожди. И, конечно же, это все нанесло небольшой ущерб полям на определенных участках. Кроме этого, мы также проводим сейчас селекцию на полях и наблюдаем за вирусом пестролипосности. На полях на данный момент наблюдается высокий уровень вирусных инфекций и других заболеваний. Это часто вызывает неодобрение службой БКД, службой инспекции цветочных луковиц, поэтому луковицы не могут быть использованы для экспорта. Ян?
Yes. Katja is explaining for our Russian guests and for our Russian-speaking language visitors. I want to explain also a little bit what Katja explained. That's about the general tulip growing condition, and that we have that the field, like I said, it is very cold. We had some night frost problems. We had some ice rain problems. There are virus problems in the fields. Basically, the growing condition in the tulips is a little bit difficult at the moment. So we have a close contact with our growers. We have our own field, so every day we are checking the quality, we are checking the virus, and we're checking the growing condition. And that's how we are very well informed about the growing condition of the tulips.
Если мы еще говорим о рынке срезанных тюльпанов, как же прошел сезон и какие цены на данный момент? Исторически высокие цены на срезанные тюльпаны были хорошими всю зиму с января по апрель. В январе цена была на 14% выше, общий объем срезанных тюльпанов был на 15% ниже. Средняя цена составляла 16 центов. В феврале цена была на 25% выше в сравнении с прошлым годом, и количество срезанных тюльпанов, общий объем был на 11% ниже. Средняя цена в феврале составила 19 центов. В марте, уже после 8 марта, цена была на 30% выше, а количество срезанного цветка на 24% ниже. Средняя цена в марте составила 20 центов.
Yeah, in the meantime that we are explaining a little bit about the tulip situation, we are watching the muscari. We just saw here we see the white magic. That is the magic series, like we have in the tulips, we have the magic series. We also, with pink magic, love magic, white magic. We also have the magic series in the muscari. That is white magic, ocean magic and blue magic. Last week they were a little bit young, but now they are starting to get into full bloom. And they are very good for the cut flower production, both for the cut flower and also for the gardening.
Мы также начинаем показывать Magic. Вы знаете все нашу серию тюльпанов. Magic, White Magic, Love Magic, Pink Magic. Также у нас есть серия Muscari Magic, Blue Magic, Ocean Magic, White Magic. На прошлой неделе они еще только начинали цвести, и сейчас вы можете увидеть их в полном цветении. Если у вас есть вопросы, вы всегда можете написать нам, и мы сейчас постараемся ответить на ваши вопросы.
And with the blue magic or the magic series, that is Muscari augeri, they get the complete. They get a cool treatment during growing, and the Muscari armeniacum, they get the complete cool treatment before growing, and that is because they both react differently on the cool treatment, considering the growing of the leaves. So with the Muscari armeniacum, you need to have the full cool treatment before planting, then you can control the leaves to the minimum.
Now we have first question.
Can you explain that a little bit?
Now we have first question, Jan. What is your favorite variety of muscari?
Now, that is a very good question, and that's always the favorite varieties. It's depending on the market. My father used to say, Jan, my vase and my pot is so small, so we need to know what our customers like. Here you see Touch of Snow. It is just starting opening, but this is a very beautiful combination of blue with a white edge. And that is a very nice variety. The Magic series is very beautiful. The flowers are a little bit bigger. We just showed you Big Smile, which is very nice. And Alida we showed you as a Muscari armeniacum. That is an early variety for Christmas, so it's depending for which purpose, which date, and also which country. About the favorite. Okay, here we see Big Smile. Now you see the flower in the top size. That is the biggest flower at the moment, still. It's a little bit an earlier variety. And next to Big Smile you see Pink Surprise. Yeah, and for some countries the pink color, like in Japan, pink is the most important color. So yeah, then they say, yeah, this is the most beautiful muscari. So, Kozo Kajimoto-san, Dojo Roshiku, Hari, our cameraman, watching, welcome. Oh yeah, that was Vladimir asking the question. Thank you very much, Vladimir, for watching us. Yeah, we were explaining about the general market or about the growing condition. That is very difficult. So the growers are slowing down their offer. They are more careful in offering the bulbs. And that's very important because we don't want to have the shortage problem later in the season. So it's important that the grower is careful and seriously considering what the bulbs he can offer. And basically that's for the exporter the same. It's our job to have the good balance in our stock, and that we are a very serious company, and that now we control our offers based on our availability and not make the empty orders for the later cancellations.
Также хотелось добавить к тому, что сказал Ян, то, что мы начали говорить о тюльпанах, хотелось бы продолжить эту тему, то, что мы никогда не сталкивались с такими высокими ценами, средними ценами на тюльпаны столь долгого времени за наше почти столетнее существование. На данный момент очень огромный спрос на луковицы тюльпанов, нарциссов, гиацинтов, всех луковичных. Ограничения в Европе вынуждают потребителей оставаться и часто работать дома. Они не могут поехать в отпуск, здесь нет мероприятий, а рестораны, бары, кинотеатры – все закрыто. Большую часть времени клиенты проводят в своих домах и садах. Им нужны цветы и луковицы для украшения и для счастья. А 26 марта в местной газете была опубликована статья о том, что цветочные магазины жалуются на высокие цены на цветы. Они упомянули, что их закупочная цена на цветочном аукционе была почти такая же, как и их обычная продажная цена в магазине. Поэтому сейчас поступает к нам очень много заявок и запросов. И нам нужно быть очень аккуратными, когда мы бронируем заказы. Мы можем подтверждать только заказы, в которых мы уверены, потому что мы не хотим потом позже в сезоне, чтобы были такие ситуации, то, что мы говорим, извините, не урожай, извините, этого сорта нету и так далее. Поэтому мы серьезная компания и очень серьезно к этому относимся.
Here you see bridal crown, that's a very old variety, that's very popular for the pot plant. It's very nice with many small flowers. But here you see a variety, a double variety, Whalen, and that's almost an orange narcissus. This has a very unique color. It is just opening, but the color is very special, I think. It's almost completely orange.
Я показал здесь нарцисс Вайлон, он практически оранжевый, что очень необычно для нарциссов. Также хотелось бы дополнить то, что о дефиците, о котором мы рассказывали, и о большом спросе. Вышеупомянутые причины вызывают высокий спрос и низкое предложение на рынке. На данный момент производители луковиц сначала хотят и подождать, посмотреть, как растут луковицы тюльпанов на полях. Поэтому мы должны быть очень серьезными, чтобы не создавать дефицит. Продавать луковицу тюльпанов на данный момент очень легко и быстро, а покупать очень сложно и медленно.
Here you see the beautiful variety Zaragoza, and now you see Papillon, a Papillon type sorbet. It's very special color combination. Color, a Palmares. It's like apricot color. I think we have over 50 varieties here. They were grown outside. This is the natural growing, flowering time. Pink charm with a beautiful pink cup. But unfortunately, pink charm is a little bit difficult for the bulb quality. And that's of course always the combination. We have to find the strong variety for the flower, for the growing in the greenhouse, in the pot, but also for the bulb production.
Narciss replet.
Hello, Lizzie from Zamboanga, Philippines, watching us. Nguyen from Vietnam, Rakibul, the whole world is watching us again. Here we have Marieke. This is really a huge trumpet, very big flower. This is the traditional narcissus type, and this is maybe 80% of the market in the cut flowers. In Holland, it's the most popular variety. Also for the Eastern, the yellow color is very popular and important.
Посмотрите, какие большие бутоны.
The Palmares is a good variety, Vladimir. Here we have exception as a trumpet one. So these are these varieties we have available basically. You see another double one, Dr. Witteveen. These are lovely flowers. Of course, it's even more beautiful to see them outside in the park. In the Keukenhof, the narcissus are in full bloom now, and the hyacinths, and in the fields. At the grower side, we think the fields are now maybe about 1 week later than last year, than the usual year, due to the cold weather. But usually nature recovers itself, and then it is. So then later it will. The difference will be less. Vladimir asks about exception bigger than Marieke. Now in our here, what we see that Marieke is bigger than exception. I think Marieke is the biggest one in our show.
Pimpernel.
So also for the narcissus, Pimpernel, please send your orders, your inquiries. As you know, we are focused on business to business, so the minimum quantity is 1 box. But we prefer if you order more boxes per variety. But we can always check if we have them available or not. because like I just explained about the bulb growing situation, maybe, I don't know, Hans, did you hear something about the sandy soil area, about the narcissus growing or the hyacinths growing from the growers? About the general growing? Are there also problems like with the tulips, what we just explained?
There are also, in the hyacinth, there are also troubles with frost damage.
Oh yeah, with frost damage, okay.
And in the narcissus, I did not hear about problems with the frost.
Narcissus is more strong also against the frost,
Yeah.
I think. Eh? Yeah, it's more easy to grow. So, but yeah, the weather is a very important factor, and that is the supply side. Here you see Eastertide, but on the other hand, there is also the demand side, the cut flower market. And the cut flower market in Holland is still very good. Even yesterday, the average tulip price was over 20 cents, 23.4 euro cent, and about 7 million stems. And this, yeah, almost crazy flower price, very unusual flower price, 10 cents euro cents higher than normal, creates also a little bit complicated market situation. Here we see Katja.
Sorry, we have a new operator.
Yeah, a new operator. And Katja is our most beautiful flower here
Thank
in
you
the
very
show.
much. Here we have other variety.
Hemer.
Very nice,
Yeah.
very double.
Yeah, it's very double. So it's a beautiful range of varieties.
Here we have also
And
flowers.
yesterday there was on the news that the export value of cut flowers increased 26% in the first quarter of the year, in the first 3 months, compared last year. But also if we compare with 2019, for example, because 2020 we had the corona problem, and in compared with 2019 to Germany, there was 12% more export. To the United Kingdom, there was almost 30% more export. So it shows that the demand for the cut flowers is very strong in general. Katja, maybe you can explain also a little about it, or we are watching the nice varieties. Here you see Waltz. It's beautiful.
Очень необычный сорт, вальц называется.
Yeah.
Он даже немножко не похож на нарцисс. This looks even like not narcissus, or?
No, it looks very, you can say, it looks tropical, like an orchid almost.
Он даже на орхидею чем-то похож. Мы также хотели спросить, сейчас у нас несколько человек в онлайне, мы вас всех приветствуем. Есть ли из вас кто-то, кто выращивает нарциссы в онлайне профессионально, в горшках или на срез? Пожалуйста, напишите в комментариях. Здесь обворожительный сорт Eastertide. Посмотрите, это нарцисс, да? Какой он махровый и набитый. Он выглядит как пион.
Yeah, this is like a peon, yes, correct.
Если бы вы не видели листву и увидели один цветок, вы, наверное, бы не сразу догадались, что это нарцисс. Очень необычный,
Yeah.
очень хороший сорт.
Yeah, this is a beautiful variety.
Здесь у нас British Gamble. Также, вот,
Yeah, also
в
very
сравнении
big
с моей
cut.
рукой. Посмотрите, какой он огромный.
And then we change to the Amaryllis varieties. This is a fresh delivery from last year from our Amaryllis growers from the Westland area. This is Double Dream. It's not yet opened, but so we will have them for the coming weeks. And actually, as we explained before, we are very grateful for the good cooperation with our Amaryllis growers, and that they supply these bulbs to us, as they had originally the program for the Keukenhof exhibition. The Keukenhof is partially open. Holland is still in a serious lockdown, and yes, last night some new regulations were published that it can be a little bit more open, but the Keukenhof, the inside exhibitions are still closed, but and so we have basically the Keukenhof Amaryllis show here again in our company, and we are very happy with that. Thank you very much for providing that.
Хотелось бы сказать то, что наше шоу Амариллисов не заканчивайте. Вы можете увидеть очень много сортов, которые еще только выбили стрелки, которые будут зацветать. Поэтому новые сорта Амариллисов мы будем также вам показывать в будущем. Еще небольшой анонс на будущее. В нашем тестовом парке на улице начинают зацветать тюльпаны. Поэтому в ближайшие недели мы также вам выйдем на улицу и будем вести прямой эфир с улицы, как растут тестовые тюльпаны там, для озеленения, для парка. Это будет очень интересно. По поводу Кeukenhofa, вы знаете, мы уже говорили вам, что мы являемся официальным представителем в Кeukenhofe, то есть мы высаживаем свои луковицы также в этом прекрасном парке. В этом году Keukenhof, к сожалению, закрыт. И поэтому вы также можете увидеть много сортов гипиастриум, которого мы представляем в Keukenhof, также на этой выставке. Здесь у нас сорт Луна.
This is Gervase. This is a very special color combination.
Я вижу вопрос от Рома Романа. Ирисы зацвели или нет? Роман, пока еще нет. Мы будем держать вас в курсе происходящего, поэтому следите за нашими эфирами.
Here we have cherry blossom. You see many buds on one stem. The bud is not so big, but has many. It's a single type, a galaxy type.
Also unique color.
Nice color. And rather compact, not too tall. Yeah, and availability of the Amaryllis is very limited, but you can still, of course, send your inquiries and your requests. We can always check and try our best. And with the Amaryllis, and that's with all varieties, it's very important to supply the true to name variety. So if we have a shortage, we will inform you immediately and try to offer you the suitable substitute varieties. That is a very important point of our policy and of our good reputation. We should prevent the later disappointments.
So you must be very serious.
Yeah. Bogota is just starting, so it's a fresh start. And next week we will have more Amaryllis again. In full bloom, actually. With Keukenhof quality. We also have some hyacinths still from outside, and this is from inside. This is twin pearl. This is a double blue pearl. And blue pearl is the most popular. The pearl series is the most popular series now for the pot plant and also for the cut flower. And now there's a double series coming. This is very unique and very nice.
Очень уникальный сорт. Махровые гиацинты. Все привыкли к обычным гиацинтам, а это махровый сорт. Twin Pearl называется. Посмотрите, какой набитый цветок.
Hiroki-san, konnichiwa. Domo arigatou gozaimashita for joining us. Yeah, what we said about the tulips is also basically about the lilies. The lily market is also very early. The cut flower prices were good. The bulb growers are busy planting the field. They're almost finished now. But like with the cold weather, you can see that it's important for the lily growers not to start too early in the season, because then they can have the damage of the plant. And now we can we get the information with the definite availability of the lily quantities. But also the lily bulb business is rather early this year. So that's very good. So thank you very much for sending your orders and keep sending them. Here we have the tulip tête-à-tête. This is a very unique tulip variety. It's an original species, Humilis, and it's a double one. And this we sell, for example, in Japan, and then they put them in a wine glass together with the bulb, has a very nice, delicate flower. Here we see double pearl. That is very nice.
Также
And that's a
махровый
double
гиацинт.
pink pearl. Pink pearl is a very old traditional variety, but it's still very important. And that, and then double, it looks very good. Here we see candy nymph. This is a very strong color, amaryllis. It's really an eye-catching one. It's very much demanded, and it's a limited availability. But it's one of our favorite varieties. Next to it is sweet nymph and pretty nymph. You see the double varieties. Mauro, buongiorno. How is the situation in Milano? Please send your tulip order soon. Or your program. Yeah. Here we continue with the amaryllis. Here we have the Grand Diva. The dark red variety with the big flower. Still flowering beautiful. 2 stems. Double circus. Reopening again. Here we show you an amaryllis bulb. A nice quality bulb, good root. And you plant, here you have on the top, and you plant the bulb in the pot and keep the nose above the soil. And do the watering around the nose. The nose should stay dry, because otherwise the water can go in and it can start to rot. But if you keep it the good way, with the good watering and in the dry nose condition, you can have this beautiful result.
Yes, this is a live cast. So you can ask your questions.
Yeah, welcome Tony. Mandela, dark, very dark red one. This is the most dark red one we have in our show. The flower is a little bit smaller than Grand Diva. The color is a little bit more dark. And this gives 2 to 3 stems. For the bigger size bulbs, that's the 30 plus bulbs. And that the number of stems and flowers is also depending on the variety.
Ik heb ook een vraag.
Ja.
Bijvoorbeeld, als 2 hyacinten, verschillende soorten, groeien naast elkaar, kunnen ze later bijvoorbeeld kleur veranderen?
Each variety has its own color.
Ja, maar met de tijd.
Yeah, if you do the breeding of the crossing.
Ja, kunnen ze zelf bijvoorbeeld met de tijd.
No. They can only be grown by the bulb.
Гиацинт не может отпыляться друг друга и менять цвет.
There are breeders who are making the crossings to try to make new colors or new varieties, but that takes many years to have the new flower again.
Этим занимаются селекционеры, они специально опыляют гиацинты, но это очень непростой процесс.
Here we have gold medal. Just start opening. And in the tulips, it's also like the strong demand for the cut flowers, the good dry sales in the market in many countries. And the reduced availability is due to the growing condition, but also the acreage is reduced for many varieties. In total, it's only a few percent, but if you talk about stronghold, minus 10%, or Christmas Dream, minus 20 hectare, or the main varieties, Antarctica, Snowboard, Update, each more than 10% down. So that also influenced the availability on the market, of course.
Еще поступил вопрос от Александры. Добрый день, скажите, пожалуйста, как быстро вы обрабатываете заявки? В зависимости от сортов, которые находятся в вашей заявке. Нам нужно связаться с производителями, нам нужно уточнить информацию. Это очень просто обработать заявку в один день, подтвердить все сорта, которые находятся в вашей заявке. Но мы в связи с тем, какая ситуация сейчас на рынке, в связи с тем, который дефицит на рынке, нестача луковиц, нам нужно очень серьезно подходить к этому вопросу, чтобы не было потом поздних аннуляций и так далее. Поэтому иногда это может занять до 10 дней. Потому что сейчас мы не ожидали, у нас такого никогда не было практически за всю историю. Практически, если раньше мы обрабатывали все заявки с марта месяца по октябрь, да, в октябре заказы приходили, то сейчас этот поток заявок к нам пришел в марте и в апреле. Поэтому мы заранее предупреждаем всех, что нужно нам время, и стараемся ответить, как только станет это возможным.
Yeah. Here we have the pink glory.
10 рабочих дней.
The amaryllis is all grown in the greenhouse. That is not possible to grow outside in Holland. But of course in the warm countries the amaryllis is very suitable to grow outside and it has a very long vase life. And narcissus and muscari or tulips are not suitable for the hot climate. But amaryllis and lily are very suitable for the hot climate. For our Russian visitors, we have the variety Moscow. The variety, I think, with the biggest flowers in our show, a pure white variety with a green center. It's very beautiful, nice, compact. Also a nice combination of the leaves together with the flowers. And the second stems are flowering now. And we will. So in the coming weeks, like we just said with the narcissus, we have the flowers also starting outside. And we will check when, maybe in the next weeks, we will go to outside to show our test fields, where are about 200 or 300 varieties of tulips are flowering now. Double dragon again. Here we have the variety Amore. It's very beautiful. And we get a question about the fragrance. Each variety has its own fragrance. Yeah, that's true. But many, so it's very much depending on the variety. Many varieties don't have. The hyacinths have the strong fragrance. With narcissus, we can have varieties with a very nice fragrance when we are walking around here. Amaryllis in general don't have such a strong fragrance. And Hippeastrum and Amaryllis, that is the same. That are two different names, but it's the same plant. So we talk about Amaryllis, and on our labels you see Hippeastrum, Galaxy, and Ambiance this time. Here we have Pyjama Party. A little bit strange name for a flower, but anyhow, it's a beautiful flower. It's a bicolor type. Maybe the same color combination like your pyjama. Hans, you never know.
I think it depends on what you like.
Yeah, that's correct. And the taste is always a personal thing, so we cannot discuss. So like you say, what is the best, what is your top variety or your most favorite variety? If you see here Peach Melba, this is a very nice apricot color amaryllis. And this can be very interesting for a country like Japan where the pastel colors are very popular. But also in other countries nowadays we see many pastel colors for the tulips, like mango charm or like other varieties. And that's a little bit of fashion, following the fashion, of course. Here we have Sao Paulo with a very big flower. Here we have apple blossom, good old apple blossom, that's the traditional one. It's still going strong, still very useful. It's a safe variety, easy to grow, enough flowers, healthy bulbs. So, yeah, Peach Melba performs better than Rilona. I think maybe the flower is a little bit bigger than Rilona. It has 2 stems. It can be a good alternative, but I'm not sure if it's better or not. Then you have to try, because we don't have the Rilona here at our show now. This is a more new variety. Picotet, Picasso. It's a little bit like Picotet before. It's a very nice edge around the petals. A little bit like the edge around the eyes of Katja today.
Thank you.
Like the lily variety eyeliner, for example. It also have that, or like Shirley before in the tulips. We also have such varieties. Pink Surprise, that is just opening. You see, we have a huge range of varieties again of the Amaryllis. And we are very happy to show them here again today. Yeah, like unfortunately the Keukenhof is not open, so we even cannot visit our own booth, or but we have still the pictures, and we will show you on our website and on our social media, because we still try to check a little bit under the conditions that it's possible. And the last few days, yesterday it was a little bit warmer, it was over 15 degrees, but the coming week is again expected about 10 degrees in daytime and around 0 in nighttime. And last week we had a lot of night frost, even early in the morning. So the growing is very slow. The spring is rather late, and expected to continue be late.
Я вижу также вопрос, хотелось узнать цену нарциссовый каталог. Мы оптовая компания, мы работаем только с профессиональными производителями и импортерами. Если вы занимаетесь профессионально выращиванием нарциссов или гипиаструмом, пожалуйста, отправьте нам письмо на электронную почту info@jandavidanddonen.com, она также указана на нашем веб-сайте, и мы свяжемся с вами и ответим. Пожалуйста, когда вы отправляете нам письмо, поскольку много писем приходят, заявки без имени, без фамилии, без контактного телефона, пожалуйста, всегда указывайте ваше имя, фамилию, ваш адрес, чтобы мы могли понять, в какой стране вы находитесь, да? Потому что это разные экспортные требования. Контактный номер телефона, и самое главное, пожалуйста, пришлите сразу с вашим письмом список сортов, которые вас интересуют, их размеры и количество. Заранее благодарим и будем ждать вашего письма.
Yeah, so please contact us by email, by the Facebook, by Instagram. You can watch this video also on the YouTube, and you can find more information about all these varieties on our website, pictures of it, also still pictures of the Amaryllis. We have a very nice kind of video tour with 360 degrees camera for Amaryllis. So please watch it, please check, and please send us your kind comments so that you can so that we can try to improve or have new ideas.
Также все фотографии этих сортов и дополнительную информацию о сроках цветения, как пример, вы сможете найти на нашем сайте. Если вы зайдете на наш сайт yandevitenzonen.com, наш сайт доступен на разных языках, вы выбираете свой язык, вводите название сорта, и вам появляется фотография этого сорта и все его характеристики.
Yeah. Vladimir asked us, do you grow any tazettas? Now, we don't have the tazettas here. And most of the tazettas, I think, are imported also from Israel. But I'm not sure about that. But anyhow, we don't have the tazetta type here. And Tony asked about the southern part of the globe having winter now. So the amaryllis and it's depending how far you are in the south, how cold it will be. The amaryllis is very suitable for year-round flowering almost. It's with lilies the same. And with narcissus or tulips or muscari, then we have to take care about the treatment to try to find the best flowering date for depending on your climate and your location. So, but like the tropical country, what I said, Tony, the amaryllis is very good for it and the lily is very good for it. And from the flowering, you can see some earlier varieties or later varieties. That is with the narcissus, it is with the muscari. This is the actual flowering date, natural flowering date. So that's also interesting to see, because there are also some people or countries they want to have especially the late varieties, for example, or the early varieties. And that difference we can see here also.
Any crocus there?
Now, crocus is that is very early flowering, and that is finished. That we that has a rather short flowering time.
We show it in.
And we showed it before. Yeah, here you see beautiful Elizabeth art and very nice, very special color combination. Very delicate flowers. Yeah, flowers is like the music for the eyes. We are very happy and lucky to show you around here, and we cannot wait until you can visit us. And we warmly invite you in the future to visit our greenhouse or to visit our field. Of course, we are focused on the business to business, on the professional growers, professional traders. Here we have the variety art design, a double narcissus, but it's a different type of double. It's a filled trumpet. This did very well in the Ukraine for the cut flower, so it's also suitable for the cut flower for March 8. Katja, you explained this morning about art design.
Буквально вчера мы получили огромные комплименты по поводу сорта Art Design, поэтому я его возьму даже в руки, потому что я хочу его вам порекомендовать. Это очень необычный сорт, он хорошо показал, у него был хороший коэффициент цветения, то есть он цвел 2 раза в этом году из луковицы 14-16. Очень необычный сорт, очень пользуется спросом.
Yeah, it's very unique.
Самое главное, то, что наш клиент остался довольным. Значит, это огромный комплимент для сорта. И даже если вы берете, например, смотрите на него, как он
And a big round button, eh?
Какой бутон в закрытом состоянии, да? Очень необычный. Кроме этого, мы получили также очень много, получаем каждый год комплиментов по таких сортах, например, как Dick Wilden, да? Возможно, это не новый сорт, но он тоже себя показывает очень хорошо для среза.
Good afternoon, Mrs. Nya.
14-16 размер. Очень хороший выход у этого сорта. Ну, конечно, Dutch Master, старый сорт, но Dick Wilden тоже неплохой сорт. Отлично подходит для выгонки на срез перед днем 8 марта. Здесь у нас еще, что у нас в нашем магазине мы можем вам показать. Здесь у нас Flower Parade сорт. высокий, не клонит голову вниз. Очень, очень простой сорт, с которым приятно работать, в котором вы будете всегда уверены. Здесь у нас также находится сорт Spring Paradise.
These varieties we show you, we also have in our website and we have in our business. So they are available varieties. They are commercially grown and sometimes a limited quantity, but Jaffa. So please send your orders. Ms. Nya, good afternoon. Welcome Dalat, the city of flowers in Vietnam. We hope the flower market is good in Vietnam also. Our growers are busy planting the lilies for you now, almost finished. Sorbet again, very nice color combination. And for the lily flower prices in Holland, they are also still good and a lot of demand. And yeah, like the acreages were less last year, the crop was less for the commercial bulbs. Crop is also less for the planting stock, so we expect that the acreage will reduce again a little bit. And on the other hand, the demand is very strong and very good, like for the good flower prices. And the business is rather early this year. Exception, that's the traditional trumpet type. Of course, we are always looking to find better new varieties, trumpets, like we just showed you Dutch Master. Here we have Easterborn, a white double one. It's very beautiful, pure white. Very interesting, and it's available.
One of my favorite.
Yeah, Eline. It's a famous musician from Andijk, a good friend of Hannelore. And it's a beautiful narcissus. Eh?
Also my niece.
Also, yes. A nice name for a nice flower. Okay. Now, time flies. Again, I think we almost finished our live show, our talk show. Thank you very much for watching us again. Thank you very much for our stand-in cameraman Hans. Together we are strong. Marcel just came by, so that was also very good to see him again. Katja, I think we had a good live show again. We will see you next week. We will continue. Then the amaryllis will be more open, and we will try to update our flowers and to keep them in good condition. It's rather cold, so that should be no problem.
Мы надеемся, что вам понравился наш сегодняшний прямой эфир. Мы будем рады видеть вас на следующей неделе. Оставайтесь с нами на связи. И будем рады вас видеть на следующей неделе, возможно, на улице, возможно, здесь. Нам всегда есть что-то показать вам интересное. Спасибо, что вам с нами. Мы будем ждать ваших заявок, мы будем ждать ваших комментариев или замечаний. И мы всегда открыты к общению с вами. Спасибо и до свидания.
Ja, спасибо, до свидания. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, thank you.